Welcome back to the gun dungeon. I got something a little different for you today. As you saw from the thumbnail, there are a lot of handguns out here with me. I've got 7 handguns, all of which I have personally used for concealed carry. So what I'm going to do is I've came up with a formula. I know it's going to get blasted in the comments as why it's wrong, why the dimensions are wrong, whatever, but this is going to be my formula, and I can use this same formula moving forward with any other concealed carry guns that I get and kind of come to the same sort of consensus on a score, basically, a score of a concealed carry handgun. That being said, I'm going to show you the formula first before we start shooting and making scores. And oh God, he's got another target out here. So let me just show and explain. So here I have a width dimension, height dimension, length dimension, capacity, and misses. We'll get to the misses here in a second. But basically this is dimensions and capacity. That's what we're going to be basing a small score off of. The other part is going to be a average, 2 times average of a 6-shot time. But we'll get to that in just a second. So the dimensions are going to be, if it's less than 1 inch, it gets a point. 1 inch to 1.1 inch width, this is slide width only, 0 points. Greater than 1.1 inches, -1 points. So over on the height, less than 4.2. Now what that is a measurement from the top of the slide to the back or the smallest dimension with a flush fit magazine inserted. So less than 4.2 inches gets a point, 4.2 to 4.6, 0 points, 4.6, greater than 4.6, -1. Length, less than 6 inches, 1 point, 6 to 6.5, 0 points, greater than 6.5, -1. Now capacity, if it's more than 7 rounds, it gets a point. If it is 7 rounds, 0. Less than, or 6 or less than or equal to 6, it gets -1 point. So you can see from this, we're giving more credit to smaller guns and higher capacity. That's what you want with a carry gun, right? As small as possible with the most capacity that you can shoot the best. That's where this comes in. So what we're gonna do, I've got those 3 silhouette targets. I'm gonna put 2 shots on each target for a total of 6 shots. I'm gonna do this with a timer from a low ready. I will average that out of 2 strings of fire, and that is what we will get our average time from. Then I will take that time, say it's 4.5 seconds, I will times it by 10 to give us a score of 45 on the time, and then I will add these scores up for each gun and subtract it from that time. I'm going to go 4 digits on the time. So say it's 4.5, it's going to be 4.512, whatever. So we'll get like 45.12 and we'll subtract it. That'll give us a score. So what that's going to look like, this is what it'll look like on a scoreboard. We have our width, height, length, capacity, misses, which I don't have yet, time that I don't have yet, and our score. So this is the score that, say, the P365 has already gotten. It got a 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Don't know what it'll get here, don't know what it'll get here. But just for sake of comparison, you can see all these other scores based on those dimensions that it got, all the way to the Glock 19, which is the largest gun on the table. 0 on width, -1 on height, -1 on length, and 1 on capacity. So this one, dimensionally, is our least advantage. So we'll see if that size can make up for in our missing time column. So the gist of this, like I said, the gist of this test is going to be to come out with the best score, having the smallest gun with the most capacity that I can shoot the best. Now you can take these same dimensions, and this is 12 yards from the point that I'm going to be shooting at, shoot at the same size target, 6-shot strings, and you can do the same thing. You can apply the same formula if you like it, which I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that don't like it in the comments. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I will move the camera up closer where I can write down the times. I'll be using a shot timer, so we'll go through all that process with each one of these, get our scores, and see how it turns out. All right, so I lied. My timer only goes 3 digits, so that's what we're going to have to work with on the times. But first up is going to be the SIG P365. I have 6 rounds loaded here. Let's try her out. I'm going to start from a low ready, like I said. That'll be the same with all the guns. .17. So that's our first one, 3.17. I'll load it up and we'll run our second string. All right, here goes our second string with the P365. I believe that was all hits. 3.38. All right, we'll average all these at the end. I'll give you the total scores. Let's move on to the Glock 26. All right, Glock 26. This is a Gen 4, first string of fire. .10. Wrap that down. Well, these are going to be close. Glock 26, second string. .54. Ooh. I think that short timer caught me a little on that one. Is what it is. Okay, this is the Springfield Hellcat, and I gotta say, this one does have the optic on it. It did not get the height point that it would have if the optic was not on it. I feel like that's an even trade-off. So with the optic on, it did not get the height point that it would have. Just keep that in mind. Here we go, let's try this. .32. Try her again. Springfield Hellcat with optic, string 2. Man, I'm notorious for riding that slide stop. 3.19. Moving on. So here we have the Ruger EC9S. That's what we got on here. So this is the first single stack so far. Let me get this phone back on. There we go. All right, here we go. .52. EC9S string 2. Man, that slide stop is tough. EC9S string 2. I haven't missed yet, guys. 3.10. Wow. The lowly Beretta Nano. Two misses. No redos. We'll have to mark her down. 3.67. Beretta Nano, string 2. No misses that time. Quite a bit slower. 3.81. All right, the XDS. This is in 45, so I had to +1 it. It's only a 5-round mag, 5 + 1, so +1 now to be able to do the test. Here we go. One miss. 3.59. Springfield XDS 45, string 2. Three misses, total of 4. Time 3.76. Glock 19, Gen 5, string 1. .26. Glock 19, string 2. .58, fastest time so far, but it has a size advantage. So there it is. Here is our winners. Here's our times, our misses, and this is just the times 10 subtracted by all this. So if you subtract a negative, you add a number. So the misses really hurt. You could cheat this system and shoot it again if you wanted to, but if you miss, you miss. And if you want to cheat your system, that's fine. I choose not to. If I miss, I miss. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to redo it, try to get faster times and less misses. That's just the way it came out on this test. But it had 2 strings, so gives you a little bit better odds. I could do 3, but I didn't. I done 2. So when you take these times, multiply them by 10, and I did get 4 digits, by the way, after doing some averages. Some of them came out to halves, so I did take it to 4 digits. So you multiply this by 10, say that gives you 32.75, subtract 4, there's our score, 28.75. So the results came out as this. P365 was the winner with 28.75 score, Hellcat 29.55, Glock 19 30.20. Now, I clearly shot that one faster, but the size dimensions and the scores that you're going to give to your dimensions here is what put that down to 3rd, which if it's a carry gun, size does matter. EC9, 31.10, Glock 26, 31.20, the Nano, 37.40, and the XDS, 39.75. You can see the misses really add up here. That's why these 2 are worse, which in a concealed carry gun, if you're gonna miss, it don't matter, it don't count. So this is the way that my test came out. I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't add caliber to this equation, and I didn't because I haven't seen in a lot of my testing a big enough difference between the standard concealed carry calibers, like say 9, 40, 45, that would make a positive enough impact to where the time difference is not going to offset it, like the XDS. Clearly that one shot a little slower. It was a bigger caliber. That trade-off is kind of even in my opinion. You get a bigger caliber, maybe a little bit of ballistic advantage, but you're going to shoot it slower. Now, when you get up to like 10 millimeter or something like that, you get a lot bigger ballistic advantage, but that comes with its own set of concealed carry issues that you got to trudge through. So I didn't give any rating for caliber. So just keep that in mind. Just know if you're going to go with a higher caliber, you're going to get less capacity, so it will affect your score that way. So with that being said, that's all I've got for you today. I hope y'all don't flame me too hard for my formula in the comments, but let's go. Until next time, guys, stay tuned.